What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm getting out of here. Just finished up the workout, and I wanted to kick it with y'all about Druski. Some of you may recall a couple months back, there was that whole Diddy lawsuit that got an addendum to add Druski. Someone, whoever this woman was, there's still a Jane Doe. These frivolous lawsuits, they really giving Jane Does a bad look because you messing it up for the actual victims. You're making it so that actual victims won't be believed, but they don't care about that. But anyway, there was an addendum added to that lawsuit, adding Druski, claiming that he was at a Diddy party back in 2018 and he assaulted a woman and he used her body as a slip and slide or something ridiculous of that nature. And if you'll also recall, I laughed at this and I said it sounded absolutely ridiculous, that the person wasn't even trying to sound believable or even credible, and that I wasn't buying it. Especially considering back then, 2018, nobody knew who Druski was. He was not a celebrity. He was a total unknown. I also recall saying people need to just stop believing everything that they hear from some Jane Doe. Well, skip forward to now, and records have been presented showing that in 2018, Druski was in Georgia. He was in Georgia with 91 cents in his Bank of America account. So obviously ain't nobody about to be at no Diddy party with no 91 cents in a bank account. You don't have enough money to even catch a bus in the vicinity of where Diddy would be holding something at. So this whole thing supposedly happened in California. Druski was in Georgia. There's also phone records of several calls that he made that day that all pinged off of a tower in Georgia. So for those of you who may have believed that, it's crazy if you did believe this, but for those of you that are so easily duped, that did believe that, there is your proof that simply did not happen. I'm sure there will be some people out there that this won't be enough because they're just going to want to see him guilty for this, no matter how unreasonable it is, because people be having haters, people that just want to believe the worst of them, and they don't care about truth. They want confirmation bias. So whatever fits what they already want to believe is what they're going to run with. They will not accept anything different. But this whole thing of believing all women, I think is very dangerous. I said it was dangerous before. I never liked the whole Me Too thing. I thought it was dangerous even then. Me Too has taken some serious hits, but I don't think it's completely destroyed. I thought that allowing a woman to accuse anybody of anything and just take her word for it, she doesn't have to provide any proof whatsoever. And it is now up to the man to figure out a way to prove that she is lying. So there's no burden of proof on her. All the burden of proof is on the accused. That just was not a fair dynamic. And it gave rise to exactly what we're seeing now. It gave rise to all types of bad actors that would just accuse men of whatever because they knew they would be believed, because we were programmed to accept this bias. And I always go back to Johnny Depp, because Johnny Depp was a white man that was very powerful, very well connected, and look how hard he battled to prove his innocence against a pretty white woman who said, "You did it." Now, Unc Shay is suffering the same fate. He's being accused by a pretty white woman, and I don't know. It's a lot happening with this, man. But It's funny how on a day where all this stuff is coming out about Shannon Sharp, this gets unearthed about Druski. So I say to y'all, for those of you that were quick to believe it about Jay-Z, look what happened. Those of you who were quick to believe it about Druski, look what happened. Those of you, what's that? Oh, they're not mine. They are cool though. I'm over here about some bikes. He thought one of them was mine. Your boy may get a bike though, but I don't want one of these. I want a Harley. I don't want one of these Japanese bikes. I got nothing to get against them. I just want like one of them muscle Harleys. I think those are dope. But anyway, just as I was saying, those of you that were quick to believe, all three of those men, Jay-Z, Johnny Depp, Druski, countless others. You know, you so quick to believe just because a woman said that they were guilty, that they did this, there's no way that she's lying. I remember seeing the narrative, a woman would never lie about this sort of stuff. That's why you have to believe all women, because no woman would ever lie about being assaulted. How'd that work out? Not only will a woman lie about assault, because remember the whole Duke lacrosse team situation? She ended up admitting, what was that? It was either really early this year or late last year. She ended up admitting she lied about the whole thing. Now, they had since been found not guilty. Everything had been dropped and they moved on with their lives. But she's in prison right now for unaliving. Yeah, let's go with that. For unaliving her boyfriend a few years later. So not only will women lie about this, they don't even have to have a whole lot of incentive to lie about this sort of stuff. You got women in this situation lying, trying to get a bag. But women will lie about this stuff just to reputation management. The chick with Duke, oh, you own one of these. Yeah, I was standing over here recording. A guy was like, hey, nice bikes. I was like, they are, but they're not mine.
You can call them yours until someone gets here.
I feel that. Right. Oh, man. But yeah, as I was saying, you just got to be careful. The woman with Duke, she lied, and it wasn't even about a bag. It was just reputation management. She was being a 304 for them, and then suddenly she didn't want the reputation of being a 304. So, they assaulted me. So it doesn't take a bag. It could be anything. It could be revenge. It could be, I seen the one chick at school. She was failing in school, so she was gonna set the janitor up, claiming that he assaulted her just so he would get fired and she would get out of having to pay for her classes that she was failing. For whatever reason, the janitor, she changed her mind about accusing him and accused her boyfriend instead. The boyfriend was able to get out of this because he had text messages. He was able to present those of her plotting on the janitor. Now, I didn't feel sorry for this boyfriend because he was okay with this plot until she double-crossed him. So you can't believe all women. That Me Too shit, it ain't it. I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. I'll let y'all soon. Peace.